Taurus. In Revelation 22:13, Jesus says this, "I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end." In Hebrew, the Alpha is the Aleph, and the Omega is the Tav. The Aleph is the strong ox. Taurus is an auroch, a wild ox or bull. It was a feared and fierce ox that was hunted to extinction. The Tav is the letter T, a cross. The ancient rabbis associated this last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, the Tav, the cross, with Libra. What this blood moon is telling us, along with the sun in Taurus, is that Jesus, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Alpha and the Omega, is about to take back his kingdom from the ruler of this world, Satan. He's about to bring judgment to the world and Israel. Rabbis in the past and today believe blood moons may be a sign of judgment and war coming to Israel. But before he judges the world, he takes those who belong to him home. What you see here are the constellations having to do with the rapture and the tribulation. The date is May 28th, 2022, 2 weeks before what I believe will be the rapture of the church. This interpretation of the heavens comes from Joseph Zeiss's book, The Gospel and the Stars, written in 1882. Joseph Zeiss was a Lutheran minister and theologian. Constellations of the rapture are Pisces, Cetus, and Aries, which in Hebrew is Taleh, the Lamb. The constellations of the tribulation are Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. The sun, moon, and planets all move from right to left. The heavens read from right to left, just like the written Hebrew. Jesus, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, returns at the end of the tribulation to rule and reign. Venus, the bright morning star, is moving into the constellation of the Lamb. Jupiter, representing the Christian from the Revelation 12 sign, is going into conjunction with Mars, representing the red dragon from Revelation 12, who wants to devour the Christian. Perfect symbolism in the heavens. Jupiter is moving into the constellation of Pisces, while Mars is moving into the constellation of the red dragon. The moon represents not only Jesus, but the bride also. When we become Christians, we become one with Christ. He is the head and we are the body. The moon representing the church also comes from Joseph's dream, where the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bow down to him. The moon here represents his mother, the sun his father, and the 11 stars his brothers. This is a quote from Joseph Zeiss's book, Gospel and the Stars. In the symbology of the scriptures, the moon sometimes denotes the mother of the family, as in Joseph's dream. And both the woman and the moon are representatives of the church. As the woman was made out of the side of Adam while he slept, so the church was made out of Christ by means of that deep sleep of death which came upon him, and to which he submitted for the purpose. The whole mystery of marriage is the symbol of the union between Christ and his church. Everywhere, the congregation of believers is pictured as the spouse of Christ, the spiritual woman, the mother of us all. In late May, early June, the sun is in Taurus. The moon, representing the bride of Christ, is waning. The visible crescent is just a sliver. And in one day, as it moves into Taurus, it will disappear. The moon, representing the bride of Christ, disappears as it heads into Taurus, Christ the judge. Christ, represented by the Lamb, comes for his bride before the tribulation begins. The heavens verify that the rapture is pre-tribulation. Not only does this scene in the heavens verify that we are not destined for wrath, but it also shows us that we are taken out before the red dragon of Revelation 12 can devour the man-child, the Christian from the Revelation 12 sign. The conjunction of Mars and Jupiter just 2 weeks prior to the rapture, symbolizes this attempt by the dragon in the sea to devour the Christian, represented by Pisces, the fish. When Jesus comes for his bride, we will be with him in heaven for 7 years. Takes the moon representing Jesus and his bride 7 days to travel to the constellation of Cancer, which represents heaven. A Jewish wedding at the time of Christ lasted 7 days. Perfect symbolism of the amount of time that we will spend with Christ during the 7-year tribulation. This final blood moon before the rapture and the start of the tribulation in the fall is the last in a series of 7 total consecutive solar and lunar eclipses. These eclipses warn of the coming tribulation. The tribulation begins with the rider of the white horse. 3 of the eclipses involve Taurus, Christ the judge. It is Christ who is found worthy to open the 7 seals which release the 4 horsemen. 3 of the eclipses are in Scorpio, the constellation of the Antichrist. And the last blood moon is in the constellation of Libra, Judgment. Christ who conquered death on the cross is coming to judge the inhabitants of the earth. Those covered by his blood will not see his wrath. They will escape. I will be releasing my next video, Lord willing, by the end of the week. I will put up a link to that video once it's published. In the meantime, if this is the first time viewing one of my videos, here are some links to help you understand why I believe the rapture is at our door.